Baby, we got a lot to talk about today, but before we get into that, we got to get into this wellness challenge from Amirin. Yes, you can get your CMOS capsules, Ultra Burn, and more by entering this wellness challenge. Oh yes, all you got to do to enter to win is to participate in the wellness challenge each day. Tag Amirin and then tag 3 friends. Oh yes, baby. Get all the way into it and follow Shop Amirin on Instagram. Okay, so then if you want to head on over to Richie Skye in real life, you want to follow that YouTube page because we're going to be talking about travel, lifestyle, motivation, and a little bit of finance. We got real stories coming to y'all every week. And then you guys will want to head over to DJRichieSkye Unfiltered for your favorite podcast because we're going to be breaking down things every week, some of the hottest headlines and more. So listen, we got a lot going on here, but right now, y'all know what time it is. It's time to get this party started. Come on, commercial. Come on, Marshall. What is going on, Sky Squad? We are back in the building. Let me make sure I got my mic on correctly. Can y'all hear me clearly? Can y'all hear me clearly? Oh yeah, the mic working. How y'all doing? Listen, as you jump into the room, baby, let us know where you watching from. We want to know where the people at, baby. We want to know where the peoples are, okay? Now listen, why y'all doing that, all right? Y'all saw that wellness challenge we got going on from Amirin. Go on ahead and follow Shop Amirin on Instagram, okay? And be sure to follow me on Instagram too as well if you ain't already done so. Now, we got some locations coming in. I see you, Clearwater, Florida. Hey, NYC in the building. Detroit, Seattle, Rock Island, Illinois, Fayetteville, North Carolina, Miami, be more in the Hisnai, New Orleans, Detroit. Hey, Texas, I see you. Come on now, Bermuda. I need a vacation spot. Bermuda might be the place, baby. Indiana, Bullhead City, Arizona, Sacramento. Hey, Vegas in the building, ready for this Kandi and the Gang review. Connecticut, Phoenix. Hey, energy, baby. Hot Atlanta in the building. Y'all know I always felt like I should be on the radio. Waking the people up in the morning, 6 a.m. and things, okay? Thank you so much, CCF Freak. I enjoyed doing that panel and to be included with just legends in the space of media commentary and all that good stuff like that. It's just a good feeling. And they put that episode together, baby. They put it down. All right. Now, we're going to be recapping Kandi and the Gang this season. Y'all know how we do. I gave you guys some news earlier today because y'all know I'm loving doing this 9 a.m. video thing because I can kind of get the day started early and get the other things that I need to do out the way, right? So I can do all my jobs. So we got the news with that. Hopefully you watched it. If you did not get a chance to watch it, go back and watch it on the channel. It is basically a review of some things that she said on Watch What Happens Live last night after Kandi and the Gang. Now, for those of you guys who watched it, give me your rating in the chatterization below, okay? If you did not watch it, stay tuned, baby, because we're going to give you everything you need to know to get you excited and pumped so you can go watch this show, all right? So we're going to start off with our rating on a scale of 1 to 10. This is how we do it on this channel. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, okay, and 1 being the lowest. And so every episode we rate it. And so we're going to rate it in the context of this being the first episode of a new series. And I want to know what you guys give it. All right. So just to give you guys a couple of examples, we got some 8s, some 9s, 10. It had everything. I see you. 8.5, nice intro. 7, 7.5. We got a 6. We got a 5. We got a 9.5, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 7, 5, 8. Okay. So for me, I'm going to start it off with I'm going to give it an 8. Okay, I'm going to give it an 8. And in January, you hit the nail on the head right here. I'm going to give it an 8 because I'm going to give it some room to really get jumped off. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like this was a great introductory episode, and there are a lot of new personalities that we are going to have to get to know, okay? We got a lot of people to know. A lot, okay? And I've been thinking with my right mind, I would have already pulled up visuals of each character so we can go down the list one by one. But maybe there's a way I could do that. Give me 1 second, and this is the benefit of working on the live TV. Well, you know what I mean. So we got, I'm going to bravo.com, Kandi again. See, why does always happen when I'm trying to do something, get some tea on Bravo? Let me look at it this way. Kandi and the Gang cast. Let me see if I can pull this up. No, I want cast, baby. I want cast. Give me cast. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Bravo TV don't ever be working right. I can't pull it up for some reason. Oh, hold on. I think we got it right here. I think we got it. Or maybe we don't. It's fine. Y'all just have to figure it out as we talk about it, because I don't know why the Bravo TV site not pulling it up. Oh, thank you. Glad you like the tattoo. All right, so let's get into it. We'll get to know these people. All right. Just to give you guys a warm up about this episode, Kandi basically, what I love. Right, Felicia. Felicia says it's going to be popping. Move over, Vanderpump Rules. They don't got nothing on Kandi's game. Let's get into a couple of things that I did love about this show. I loved that right off the jump, Kandi addresses bad reviews on Yelp, okay? Negative press about OLG. She, right off the rip, they dive into some negatives that have been out in the media about the restaurant. And what we learn is, and just to give you guys the premise, there was another super chat that I missed. Hold on now. Let me see if I can find it. Miss Susu21 says, "Hey Richie, finally back to catch you live after moving back to the States after being overseas. I'm in the DMV area. Welcome back, boo. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. And thank you for that super chat. We appreciate you. Welcome back to the States, baby. Welcome back to the States. So we start off the episode with Kandi addressing these negatives and basically building the show around the idea that they lost their general manager and now they're hiring a new general manager, but the staff doesn't seem quite aware that Philip, the new general manager, is general managing. Okay. I feel like the staff don't know much. They feel like he just kind of came in and was working, okay, doing some stuff in the back. And so we gotta kind of introduce him to the gang, okay? And this is a great starting point, because what I think it does is it positions Kandi in a space of, this is our struggle with this show, because every show needs a struggle, and this is the path forward that we plan to build. Our goal is to rebuild OLG under this new general manager so that we can get this place back to popping like it once was. Now, we also know that they haven't been really doing the events. I would probably say likely to the panorama, but also because they lost their events person who was doing events and doubling in as a worker in the OLG. Kandi does the theme song for her show as we would expect, okay? And it's a little catchy ditty. It does sound like a commercial. So Kandi, I'm not mad at you for that. You get every single coin that you possibly can. And another way to do it is to create the ditty for your show, okay? That's what you can do when you write the music and when you're producing stuff. You can get the coins when they're making in your size, okay? Kandi and Todd are heading to the restaurant. They used to be at the restaurant more often because they are business moguls and they don't have time to be there every day. But low key, if I had a restaurant, I would be getting my meals delivered from the restaurant every night, or they would see me just about every day coming to pick up some food. I actually know if I'm that rich, I'm gonna have my assistant come pick up my food every night because that's what I'm gonna be eating. Okay, hopefully it's healthy for you. Okay, and I'd have been to OLG before, and I personally like the food there. Anyway, we meet. And side note, did y'all notice? And this is just a little pet peeve on my part. Did y'all notice that their confessionals, Todd's and Kandi's confessionals, started off real dark? I was like, now I know y'all ain't on a low budget. So what I'm gonna need y'all to do is, as I'm sitting here in my studio, there's a light over here, and there's a light over here. And you see how well lit it is? Won't no sense in them being that dark in that confessional. And I think it was that background that made it look extra dark. And you just got to know how to light people of color. Okay, that's another thing too. You got to light us well. Okay. But the confessionals did get brighter as it went on, particularly Kandi's. But I do blame it on that backdrop. That backdrop is making it look real nice and dark. You know what I'm saying? The backdrops can have that type of effect. Okay. It was the generator. Okay. The lack of. Anyway, Kandi and Todd are meeting with Don Juan and Philip, the new general manager. Don Juan has been doing way too much in the restaurant, and they want him to stop. They need to integrate Philip more into the fold. Then we switch gears and we meet Sean Dadrika. Okay, Sean Drika is the original hostess of the OLG. Okay, and she has been one of the people that's been responsible for the bad Yelp reviews. Now, I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. Now we got to go ahead and talk about it like we would really talk about it. If you are working for my business and you are causing me to get negative reviews, guess where you will be? Someplace else, because I'm not going to have you in my establishment getting bad Yelp reviews. That's like staying friends with somebody that's really not a good friend because they've been friends with you for so long. We all know that situation. Because sometimes you will grow in your life, and a friend who has been there for a very long time really no longer serves you in the direction that your life is going. But you still keep them as your friend anyway, just because of the amount of years that you guys have put in together. But somehow, really, for real, they're not really working with your life no more. Chandrika got to go. I mean, and it's no way around it. If they weren't doing this show, I would say, Chandrika, bye-bye, girl. Bye-bye, okay? We meet Dominique, the bartender, who is burning some sage. We learn she's a dancer, but dancing comes first. Okay, dancing comes first with Dominique, and I like that Dominique's name is spelled very differently than how I would think it was spelled. There's a U somewhere up in there that I wouldn't have thought about putting in Dominique, but it works. We meet Brandon, who is the manager who really don't want to manage. He just got kind of thrust in. I don't know if he don't want to manage or not, but he just don't seem quite with it. He don't seem that focused or whatever. But we learned that he had to step into that position after the general manager left. Now, Philip tells Kandi and Todd that the OLG are a part of the problem as well, meaning the old lady gang, i.e. Aunt Nora, Aunt Bertha, and Mama Joyce are part of the problem. But we'll get to that later. They all head in. Kandi gathers the people around for a staff meeting, and everybody is skeptical as Philip is officially introduced as the GM. And already, Chandrika is making comments about how she don't like Philip as they talking about him right there in the room. Okay. Chandrika tells us this is another reason why I would fire her. Chandrika tells us that he's the 100th manager that they've had in 4 years. So good luck with that. Okay. You cannot be talking bad about my establishment on my TV show. Okay. especially if you want to continue to work there. But these are the types of personalities that make a show good. So carry on, Chandrika. Carry on. Okay. So anyway, Kandi wants to do a reunion for all past and present employees. What does that mean? I'm trying to hire some people back up in here because I need some extra staff to fill out this cast. Okay. So it's a line at the door. Don Juan wants to have a meeting with Chandrika and Philip. Okay. And they already aren't on the same page. And he's not finna go back and forth with hourly employees. I said, now, Philip, you is the shade master for that one, okay? Because he didn't have to say she was hourly. He didn't have to say that. We probably knew that she was hourly because she was doing the hosting. But he didn't have to, he said it like, I'm not going to go back and forth with you when you get paid hourly and I don't. Get out of here. I was like, no, Philip, come on now. You ain't have to do it like that. You ain't have to do it like that. Jamie Carter says, Kandi keep an unprofessional staff. That's why the Yelp reviews is like that. It ain't because of the food. It's definitely because of the peoples, okay? Anyway, but again, I do like that restaurant. But they might want to get an escalator up in there because it sounds like the stairs is causing some problems for the people. Anyway, Philip basically tells Chandrika, girl, you can go home today because I'm not about to continue to deal with your mouth. And honestly, to be quite honest with you, I was not mad at Philip for doing so. They may not like him because he coming in and he, kind of bossing up on them. But I'm just gonna tell you like this: when you're trying to run a business, I don't have time for you and your nasty attitude, and you gonna tell me what you gonna do and what you not gonna do, and you don't even barely show up on time either. No, okay, no. Toya says Kandi needs to be more Vanderpumpish on this show. I think we got to give her a minute because I think she gonna finally, Kandi. It take her a while. She like a thermometer, and as the temperature continues to rise, she gonna explode. Okay. Anyway, Chandrika is, she's talking with Dominique. Okay, because they good Judies, and oh, this happened before she got sent away. She was chatting with Dominique about Philip while Philip was okay. Let's pretend this is Dominique. I am Chandrika. This is Philip. Chandrika and Dominique are over here talking about what just happened with Philip, as if Philip could not hear what they were saying. Okay. And Philip was like, I hear you. You know what? You can go. You can go right now. Gets to step in. Okay. Martin style. Get on out of here. Now, Todd ain't mad about it because Todd say, honestly, we got a business to run. And I'm right there with you, Todd. But where I'm not with you, Todd, is and the power going out in this restaurant on a semi-regular basis, and you deciding that it's worth it to leave your customers in the dark and your bills potentially unpaid because you don't want to get a generator. You running restaurants and establishments. I'm gonna need you to get a generator. Invest in yourself, okay? I mean, don't be cheap on this, okay? Storm said, Storm! It's Storm. Listen. Storm Monroe, the Storm Chasers, Storm. Thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate you, bro. Says, I'll never forget how Blaze sold me stale cold raw food in the strip mall. The tables were wobbly and the food was unseasoned. Kandi need to stick to singing. Oh, Lord. Now, see, I ain't been to the Blaze. Maybe she need to send some more of the staff over to the Blaze. Okay. Maybe that's where you need to go. Thank you, Storm. Storm, my brother. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. I love this brother right here. Okay. Now, where was I? Because I didn't got all confused. Anyway, Kandi got to go outside and she got to apologize to the customers because they inside arguing. Anyway, Kandi then stops by to see the OLG, Mama Joyce, Aunt Bertha, and Aunt Nora. Okay, but she want to chat with them separately about what they think about the restaurant because she said they're like a gang and they will gang up on her, so she know better. And so she take one of them outside one by one, and then she's like, you know what? Y'all tell me what's going on with the restaurant. What y'all think need to be improved on? And so basically they all tell her, your employees suck. Okay. It's the employees in the establishment. They ain't worth nothing. Okay. And based on what I'm seeing so far, it might be time to rehire. Okay. Start accepting some applications. Okay. Now, the next time I see Kandi's confessional, it's much better lit. All right. I will say that the lighting was better. Now, Kandi wants the OLG, the mamas, Joyce and Bertha and Nora. She wants them to stay out the kitchen of the restaurant. Get out the kitchen. I don't care if these are your recipes, but just stay out the kitchen because of y'all bothering the people. And stop arguing with the employees. Mama Joyce says she don't go back and forth with nobody. And then we get a flashback of her about to throw a shoe at Carmen. Okay. Side note, we learned last night on Watch What Happens Live, Mama Joyce still don't like Carmen. What did Carmen do? Mama Joyce has said that Carmen was wearing Kandi's hair or taking her leftover hair. Y'all remember when she said that? And I was like, and Carmen was like, I'm not taking your hair. And I'm thinking to myself, why would somebody do that? What was she doing? Picking up the scraps? How does that make sense? So they still not getting along. Why? I don't know. Okay. And I like the Carmen. So anyway, it's the day of the reunion, and we start to meet new employees, right? We start to meeting some new and some old employees. So the first person that we meet is Torin, okay? Torin, right? It's Torin. And he used to manage the Friday Night Lives, okay? But he quit because he felt like he was being pulled in too many different directions. And all he really wanted to do was throw some events. So everybody started arriving. We find out that we sort of revisit this idea that Dominica and Chandrika are friends, are like best girlfriends. And apparently the tension is still fresh between Chandrika and Philip. But Chandrika has just said, you know what? I'm just going to do what he say and go home every day. And that's really all most people trying to do when they go to work anyway. I'm not trying to be arguing with nobody at the workhouse. I'm not really trying to do too much work at the workhouse. Now, understand that. I'm going to do what I need to do, enough to get paid, and I'm going to head on out at 4:59. That's what I'm going to do. That's what you should do, Chandrika. Do your work, but show up on time, okay? So we find out that there is a little flirtation type of situation going on with Dominique and Brandon, but they're trying to act like they're not flirting. So here's where we're going to get our steamy hookup, okay, on the show. You know, all of these type of shows got to have some young romance. And here is what we find it between Dominique and Brandon. We ain't getting too much into this, but you know, it seems like this is going to be a plot point, so keep an eye on this. Now, Todd, we learned that Todd, as they arriving, Todd don't want to hire nobody new, nobody old, because in my mind, I'm gonna tell you like this: why do I need to give you a second chance to goop me? I don't need you to goop me but one time, and then I'm good. So whether you left or whether you got fired, once you're gone, you're gone. And let's leave it at that. Okay, peace out. Deuces. We both learned a lesson. And I know now not to bring you back. So, but Kandi's about the loyalty. And that'll do an end every time. It will. Okay. Brian, we learned was, okay, so Brian is an ex-bartender. Now, Brian, at first, it was going to be hard for me to tell Brian and Richard apart. Okay, I'm gonna be very honest with you, and they are even referenced as being almost like twins, but they are not twins. In fact, I don't even think they're related. They just look very similar. Now, the way you can tell Brian and Rashard apart is by the hair. Okay. Brian tells us that he is wearing a toupee. Okay. But it's more like maybe a man weave. And it kind of suits him. You know what I'm saying? It works. I sometimes wish I had, I mean, I admire anybody with the courage to wear a man weave. I do, because I want hair. You know what I'm saying? I want my hair to grow. Let me tell y'all something. If I could draw on my hairline right now with this pen right here, my hairline would be, I'm going to tell you something. It would be right here. Okay. I would start it here. Yup. And then it would come down right here. Okay. You see how that go? It would come right here to right across here. And I know it's very Teresa Giudice low, okay? But it would be very Caesar style. You know what I'm saying? It would be very Caesar style, like so. Right here. That's where it would be. My hairline would be almost to my eyebrows. And I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. Brian, wear your man weave with pride and switch it up on us, okay? I want a new one every week. I want you one week to have your hair starting from here and just to here and have it come down to the floor. Please entertain us. Give us a show. Give us a show. If you got it, flaunt it. Okay? That's what I say. Anyway, Brian is passing out flyers because he is an entrepreneur, okay? And he is about to get the business for his soul food egg rolls. And as I was looking at them, I was thinking to myself, now what's in the egg roll that make it soul food? It's got to be some chicken up in there, okay? It's probably, if it's going to be soul food, it's probably some Cajun fried or Cajun seasoned shrimp and chicken, okay? And okay? Or maybe some beef or something like that. But I would definitely imagine the egg roll got some chicken or some shrimps up in there. Now, if y'all done had it, let me know in the chat. Because, I'm interested in some food. So anyway, Kandi wants him to come on back to the restaurant. And he about willing to do so. All right. Next, we meet what they call Brian's twin, but not really, Rashard, okay, who is the fashion-forward host at the Blaze. Now, Rashard is nicknamed Shordo, okay? Which is a nickname that I like. It sticks out. Shordo, because I'm going to remember that. Shordo, Shorty, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So Kandi wants him to come over and be the host at the OLG alongside of Chandrika because he is hopeful that Chandrika will learn something from him. And Chandrika actually seems fairly receptive to the idea that somebody else may be coming in and sort of working the front desk. In my mind, I was thinking Chandrika was probably thinking to herself, well, good, I can show up extra late now because I know somebody will be there. But what she don't know is I feel in my spirit that this is going to cause a conflict for him and her down the line. Because from what I gather from Shardo is that he's about the business, okay? He's showing up to work at, you got to be at work at 11. Shardo showing up there at 10:30, okay? Whereas Chandrika got to be at work at 11. She's showing up at 11:20, okay? 11:20. Actually, if you know, she strikes me as the type, no disrespect to her, because she is beautiful. No, but she does seem like the type that at 10:59, she's still curling her hair, okay? Speaking of which, Shardo lets us know that when he does arrive, because it's another day now, when he does arrive at the OLG, now he makes it a point to let us know he's getting paid much less to work at OLG than he is at Blaze. But the trade-off is you're on TV. So, I mean, that's the pay right there. So He's set to work with Chandrika. She 10 minutes late, but she does make it right on time to open. Now, for those of you guys who don't work in the restaurant industry, let me give you a little bit of information because I've only did it for a limited amount of time before I had to quit. So what happened was when you go into the restaurant business and you are about to open up a location every day or whatever, the staff who is opening, you got to be there early. You cannot show up at 11 o'clock if your shift starts at 11. You really want to start, you technically want to get there a little bit early because you want to be able to have time to set up. You know what I'm saying? To like make sure everything is ready and right for your shift and for your stuff to go smoothly for the day. But Chandrika said, listen, I'm only here for the time that you're paying me and not a minute more. Okay. Not a minute more. Now, Don Juan and Philip are annoyed, and Charlotte wants to know if they have an iPad to, check the people in as they come in. And she's like, no, this is the ghetto. Strike 357. She got to go. She got to go. You cannot call my establishment ghetto. I understand you might not be pleased with what's going on in the restaurant, but you cannot call my establishment ghetto when you don't own an establishment. Okay. Now, Brandon, who is the de facto general manager or slash manager, while the other general manager had done quit, is annoyed with Philip, okay? Because Philip talking to him kind of crazy. But I kind of feel like Philip needed to talk to him a little crazy because Brandon didn't look like he was really understanding what Philip was talking about. The other reason that side note, the other reason why Charlotte does not like Chandrika, and he basically says she is not a good host, is because she has the neck piercing right here. Now, let me say something. Because I'm a man of many piercings and tattoos and things like that. I did feel like that was a little discriminatory. You know what I'm saying? Would I get a piercing in my neck? No, maybe not. However, if Chandrika was doing her job, I don't care if she had 18 piercings in her neck and in her boobies. I don't care. As if she is moving the flow of traffic along, girl, do your thing. Have your look. Look however you want. But the fact is she ain't doing a job. Okay. But I just didn't like that he said that because it offended me because I was like, ain't nothing wrong with these tattoos and these piercings, baby. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Now, Charlotte also doesn't like going up and down them stairs. And I feel like they might need an elevator up in there or something because don't nobody want to be running up and down the stairs like that all day. Elmo says, Rashado was real cute. Can we have more of him and less of Miss Phillip? Love you, Richie. Y'all so silly. Y'all so silly. Thank you for that super chat. Pamela says soul food egg rolls in Montgomery, Alabama are made with collards. To my surprise, slamming. That's what I'm talking about. Give me some collards and some egg rolls, okay? Anyway, we revisit this sexual tension between Brandon and Dom, and he finally asked her out to dinner. Now, I do believe that this is going to become a plot point as well because I don't know if you're supposed to be dating your staff, your coworkers or whatnot. In my mind, I don't really care if you date, but just don't bring your dating drama into my establishment. You need to keep that stuff out of the workplace. But if y'all can maneuver and do your jobs and help make this place money, I'm for it. Like, do whatever you need to do, but just keep that business out the store, okay? So the power goes out. It's getting hot up in the establishment. You know why the power went out? I don't know either. But what I do know is ain't no generator to back it up. So we interestingly get a commercial for Kandi Burruss Kaleidoscope. What is Kaleidoscope, you ask? Well, it's apparently some hair products, and they are available in every major retail store. Now, I couldn't help but think to myself, now, first of all, congratulations, Kandi, on another business venture. I don't know how you found the time. And shout out to Don Juan for managing it all. But I said, dog, dag nabbit, this woman then got these retail products up in every single drugstore in the country. Like, did you see the list? Did you see the list? And I could not help but think to myself, now I know it's not a competitive situation, but I was just like, I wonder if Kenya Moore feel any type of way about that. You know how like on Real Housewives of Potomac, it was Karen with the candles, then it was Wendy with the candles, then Mia had a candle, and now you got Kenya with the hair care, you got Kandi with the hair care. I said, no, what in the world is going on here? Did y'all know about this kaleidoscope hair product? Because I did not know about it. It was new to me. But shout out to you, Kandi, and shout out to you for getting your commercial placed in the middle of your show, of your spinoff. Okay, that's some boss level stuff right there. I'm talking about Dr. Jackie style stuff. Okay. Oh, y'all say it's Judy business. Oh, I thought it was Kandi's business. Okay. Well, dang, that's still good though. You use your connect. If I'm okay, so let's say Judy use your connect to get her product on Kandi's show. Okay, that's big stuff right there. But I'm gonna tell you, I did think it was Kandi's because I had to watch it twice, and I really thought it was Kandi's. I did. Okay. Yes. Come on, Judy. Get into it. Better get that sponsorship dollars. Okay. Get them sponsorship dollars. Boss moves. Okay, so I'll take back everything I said about that earlier. All right, anyway. So, and you could tell I ain't into the hair products business because lack of hair. But I tell you, when I do get my hairline drawn on, because I'm gonna go to Turkey and I'm gonna get it, and it's gonna be down to no, probably about here. I think I could probably take it about down to here and get that real good Caesar. Okay, anyway. Now the power outage is on the whole block. Okay. The power outage is on the whole block. And the diners are waiting for their checks. The diners are hot, okay? And the diners are sitting in the dark. All right? The diners are sitting in the dark. And not to mention it's a Saturday. Oh, yes, it's a Saturday. And the power's out. It's hot. They can't even get their food. You know why they can't get no more food? The electricity ain't on. But also the staff is sitting down on the job. They're just sitting there. Just sitting there. I mean, to be honest with you, I would kind of wonder what I was supposed to do anyway, as well, if ain't nobody told me to do nothing. So, I mean, the staff was just like, "Whoa, it's time for a break." Okay. Um, Kandi finally pulls up, and the staff is, just again, they sitting around, and Philip is mad. Kandi realizes they need to get a generator, but Todd says it's just a lot of work to get a generator and a whole lot of money. I'd rather deal with the power being out for a few hours. And Philip is like, why is there no generator? And so am I. Todd, pull up real quick. You know the power goes out frequently on that block, and you sitting around here letting these people eat in the dark, get hot, potentially run out on a bill because you can't accept no credit cards. You can't take no transactions. You can't run a debit card. If you got an ATM, it ain't going to work to give the people no money so they can pay you. What are you thinking? Y'all have too many restaurants for you to be running around here without a generator for backup power on the off chance that something could happen like this. And the fact that you know about the problem makes it even worse. And the fact that you actually said it on live television even makes it worse. What in the world? Stop being cheap and get a generator. Not to mention the food could go bad. What are we doing? What are we doing? Lala Chanel says, I wonder if Todd surveyed the property before purchasing or was an impulse buy because recurring power outages are not a good look. Listen, and that's the thing too. Todd, brother, man, you know what I'm saying? We got your back. But what I need you to do is you need to get this generator and you need to get it now. And if you haven't gotten it by the end of the season, actually, if you haven't gotten it by today, there's a problem. Don't make me have to fly down to the Atlanta and come around there and check and see if the generator is on and working, okay? I'm not an inspector, but I'll do it. Terrible. It's just terrible. It's terrible. You know what Chandrika say? Chandrika say it's just another day in Candyland. She said the power go out all the time. Maybe we do need Chandrika there because Chandrika gonna tell us the real deal. Okay, she might not do a lot of work, but she gonna tell us. she gonna spill the tea. Okay. Lies. The lies. You are lying, Steve. He said he still doesn't have one last night on Watch What Happens Live. I gotta go. I'm booking my ticket down to Atlanta right now. We gotta have a talk, Todd. We gotta have a talk. Okay. Red flags. All right. That's the review. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Y'all know I like this show. I like it already. I'm interested to see where it goes. I think it's going to be good this season. Likely 8 episodes. I'm not necessarily sure. I haven't done the research on that. But you know what? I think it's going to be lit. I'm excited about it. So listen, again, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys are following Shop Amiran on Instagram. We will see you guys. Oh, before y'all go, don't run yet. That ain't it either. I got to put up the thumbnail for the new, for the Salt Lake City. Okay. If y'all are around today at the 2 p.m., come on back for Salt Lake City. I see. Don't be trying to leave yet. I'm trying to tell y'all something. Okay. Y'all, I got some rest yesterday. I slept most of the day yesterday, so that's why I got all this energy today. But 2 p.m., we're going to see y'all for Salt Lake City. Okay. And we got to discuss it. Now, it's episode 2356 of Salt Lake City. But we down to the wire. We down to the finish line. So we're going to finish out this season strong. All right. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next video.